Hello there. We are live. Yes, I see YouTube is live. Now let's find Facebook. That should be live as well. Let me see if I can find the comments. That would be helpful. There we go. Hello, hello, hello everybody. I'll be there in a second. Just let me do some technical bits. There we go. You go there. You go there. Yes. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? There we go. I think we are there. Hello everybody. Good to see you. This is David for Elizabeth Craft Designs. How is everybody doing? Yes, everything seems to be working. So I've got two chats next to each other, so bear with me if I miss something. Hello everybody, good evening. We are live and welcome to another live Friday. Is it Friday? It is Friday. Friday night live. Just gonna have some fun, fairly. Hi Joe, hi On, hi Sandra, hi Dimfna, Ivor, Belinda, hi Belinda. I see Angela, Marie-Jose, Laurie, Debbie, hello, hello, hello. Well, we are live. It seems to be working, everybody. So good to see you all. Don't forget to like, share, and comment to be able to win a $50 gift certificate. And I think Monday will be Liz live, and Liz will be announcing the winner for this week. So that would be that's going to be fun. It was great to see you too, Anya. I was happy to be able to be there for a while. So is YouTube comments? YouTube is still running, right? If you're on YouTube and watching, please say yes. Then I know it's all technically said and done. Hi Petri, hi Anita. It was good to see you as well in Nijkerk. Hi Joe. Hi Colleen, thank you for confirming that. Well, good, everybody's here. Well, everybody, a lot of people are here. Hello everybody, good to see you. And I hope everybody's gonna enjoy the weekend that's ahead of us. But first, I'm just gonna, there we go. I need my mouse here because Facebook is doing weird things at the moment, but it's working. Just let me do one last thing and then I'm all yours. Why am I not? I think, yes, found myself here as well. Good. Then it's time to start. And again, for the people that came in later, hello, good evening or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. This is David for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's good to see you all. Everything is up and running technically, so that's always a good thing. It's been a while since I've been live on both the channels, so I'm going to be working on a gel plate tonight. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you a technique that was new to me, and I saw it on a Facebook channel. Or not a Facebook channel, YouTube channel, and I can't remember which one it was, which is annoying because I like to give credit where credit is due, but I changed it around a bit because this lady did it with oil, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try it in a different way, and I will show you. Well, I'm back, I'm here. To be honest, I'm still not there. For the people that know, just quickly, I've been ill for the last 3 weeks, and we're still trying to get on top of it. It's not all singing and dancing. Hence, I'm going to be honest with you, with me being ill 3 weeks, my creative mojo has sort of left the building as well. So that's where the gel plate comes in, because once I get playing with that, I get all these ideas. To be honest, I don't know what I'm going to be making. I've got some of Annette's release in today, and I'm definitely going to play with that. But is it going to be an art journal page or ATC cards? I think it's going to be ATC cards because, again, that helps to get my mojo flowing. But we'll see. We'll figure it out together, and it'll all be fine in the future. So that's a good thing. It's nothing serious, but it's a nuisance. So let me switch the cameras around so I can explain to you what we're gonna be doing, shall we? Oh, Colleen, that's so nice. I love ECD as well. I love all the collections, and yeah, as I said, I'm going to be working with Annette's collection today as well. I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you how to make. That's this. I've done it on very thin tomo. I don't know how that's called. I've got it over here, big pack. Thought I had it over there. Where did I put that? Bear with me. Bear with me. Put it away somewhere. Now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Well, I've got the paper. I just don't know what it's... Oh, here it is. Tomo River. That's what the paper is called. It's very thin paper, which I like because then I can collage with it. But this is what we're going to do. It's a really fun technique. Now this is red. I'm going to do it with blue as well. But I'm going to show you how I did this one. So I'm going to use the reds because that's a translucent. And I'm going to do it slightly different. Exactly, Debbie. And I've got a load already because I've been playing with that earlier in the week. So yeah. What you need is a gel plate. Now I've got a big one. This is an A4 size or a letter one. I don't know exactly what the size is, but it's a big one. It's the A4 one. Why are you playing up on me? I've got that on a... that's weird. Let me take it off. Put it on a new one. I've got it on a piece of white paper so you can actually see what's happening. Normally I don't do that, but... in this case I will. Now this is my old gel plate. I've got a new one that I've already prepared because this technique requires quite a lot of drying time. So hi Kim, good to see you. Hi, thank you Anya. Hi Catherine. Well, it was new to me. I saw it on I saw it on YouTube somewhere and I bought it. And I'm redoing my whole craft room. Hence, let me show you the mess behind me because it's going to be all flipped around, but it's not done yet. And I came across this paper and I thought I'm going to try that on my gel plate, and it works like a charm. So hi Janet, good to see you. What am I going to do? It's going to be sort of a resist. And one thing we never want to happen on a gel plate is that it's beating up on you. Like when you use inks, it can beat up and you don't want that. In this case, I want that. So, yeah, that's really, really the goal here. So I'm going to spritz my gel plate with water. And then I'm going to shake up my paints. In this case, I'm using the Paper Artsy paints. You can use any acrylic paint for this. So I'm just going to do this red. Why I like the reds, it's simple because these are the transparent ones. And it's with the Firebird as well, an orange one. So that's what I'm doing. Ooh, I don't want that. Where did you come from? Go away. Go away, I said. It's still there. Yuck. Okay. There we go. That's better. That is better. So I've got water on there, spritz water. And now I'm going to take my brayer. Hi, Yolanda. Good to see you. Welcome to the live. So what I'm doing now, I'm sort of mixing these two together. And now I'm rolling them out, which is not easy because of the water that I spritzed on there first. So here is a bit too much, so I'll mix that around again. So these are two transparent colors. And what you will see happening already is it's going to start to bead up. I'm not sure you can see that. Let me pick it up. See that effect here? And it's happening all over, but not enough to my liking. So I'll give that another spritz of water. And the water resists the acrylic paint. So you need to give this time. It's a lengthy process. And what I'm also, you sort of can, it's a gel plate from Gelli Art. Yeah, that's what it is, a gel plate from Gelli Art. You can buy them at every craft store, I think. I want to have a bit more control. So what I'm doing, I'm taking a brush that's wet with water, and I'm just going to go top to bottom. I'm just going to make stripes. like that. And you see it beats up now in these stripes. That's what I like. In this case, you can do anything you want. But this needs to be completely dry for the next step. And the paper artsy paints dry pretty quickly. But let me put this on so I can look at you as well. There we go. But in this case, because I mix it with water, it takes a bit longer. So what I've done is I prepared one. I've got 2 of these gel plates, so bear with me while I get this out of the way in a safe place while that dries. And I've got one that I prepared in blue. So in this case, it beat it up even more, almost too much, but I'm going to make it work. And that is because I found out distress paint contains more water, I think. There's no binder in it, so your brushes don't get hard, etc. But it reacts, it beats up on its own almost on the gel plate, which in this case I wanted. But this was a bit too much. But I'm going to make it work. So this is completely dry now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this gold metallic medium, and I'm going to. This is by Liquitex. So this just gives it a gold sheen. It's nothing too how do you say that? Too opaque. So that's good. It's a fun technique. So I'm going to cover my plate with this. Take my brayer, and I'm just going to brayer that out. Now, because the paint is dry, it will not affect it. So I get a good layer of this gold medium. And that's what I like. I mean, when your mojo is gone, just take out a gel plate and start creating backgrounds. It will get your mojo flowing again. So I'm just going to give that an even coverage. Then I'm going to take a piece of that paper, that tomo real paper, and I'm going to place that on there, like that. You've got different sizes of the jelly plate. I will show a different another technique in a second, just because I can, which is going to create a very nice background for an art journal. So I'm not going to use that background, but I will use it another day. And there's another fun project I'm working on. I'm experimenting, and once I'm done experimenting, I will do a live for you guys explaining how I made it. But it's fun. So this needs to be, you need to give this a bit of time for the paper to really soak up the dried paint and the top layer we put on with the what was it called? Acrylic medium, gold metallic medium. Let me see if it's enough. No, it needs a bit longer. That's the only thing you need. And normally it doesn't matter because then you move on to something else. But hey, we got to wait now. I know it's water reactive, etc. And it doesn't have a binder in it. But yeah, it's funny because it's still an acrylic paint, but it reacts completely different. So you don't need as much water with that. Still needs a bit more time. But it's thin paper and I don't want it to tear. It's coming out nicely. We can have a 2-4. This is turning out nice. But I can do a second pull. And I just love this. You see that nice gold medium in the back, these droplets in the front. So that needs to dry. I might as well do a twofer, and I will show you now how you can do that on the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by comments. With normal acrylic paints, it's the amount of water I just showed. Otherwise, you need to have... with the distress paints, it works different. So that's good to know. You can achieve the effect, but less water. That's what I just said. So let me just do another layer of this medium. And then I will take some design paper, my coffee dyed paper, which has a lovely structure already, and I will just put that on there, like so. And I will put that on there and really let this soak in that paint. So I'm gonna let this sit for a second. I clean it with a baby wipe when I'm completely done, which is hardly ever, because it's like a wormhole you go into. You keep going back to it and keep going back to it. Who has used a gel plate before? I love playing with a gel plate. I don't do it enough, but thank you, Catherine, for liking, sharing, and commenting. Just give it a go, Deborah. Deborah's saying she has a gel plate, but she only used it once. So, yeah. You just have to get it out and do it. Now, this is nearly dry. I'm just going to give this a blast with the heat tool to make sure it's dry. Don't use the heat tool on your gel plate. It works best if you just leave it to dry in the air, but so still a bit sticky, but we'll get there. Let me see how this one's doing. Needs a tiny bit more. I just like to use the warmth of my hands as well. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not an expert on the gel plate. I practice and I practice and I practice, and then I think, oh, this is fun, and then I'll show you guys, and then by the time I'm going to show you guys, I've forgotten how I achieved it. I've got one thing over there that I wanted to do tonight. I forgot how I did it, but I'll just give it a go. It still feels a bit cold, so I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm just going to put this on top. Why not? Because I'm going to do some stamping on here. And let me see, where did I... got my stamp prepared. Here we go. I'm going to use this stamp. This is from the new stamp set from Annette Green. Oh dear, I've got stuff all over. Now, I can't tell you the name. I'm sorry. It's this set. It's got the beautiful flower background, and it's got this leafy background. It's brand new, just out from Annette Green. I love it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use coffee to stamp on there. Alcohol ink and lift medium, yeah, that's really cool as well. That's why mine is so stained. The other one. It's funny, isn't it, Chris? This is a gorgeous stamp. And this is, yeah, perfect to use on your art journals as well. So I'm just gonna let it come in like that. And this is going to be a background, so I'm going to be cutting it apart. Or yeah, I love that. This is coffee, a beautiful color. It's great for card backgrounds as well. Yeah, Susan, you're right. Sorry, I hit the camera there, making you seasick, right? So I'm just gonna place that there. Hi Linda, good to see you. It's a great stamp, this. So versatile. Beautiful. Go. Love it. This one is a bit lighter, which is absolutely fine with me, because I want this to blend into the background. Just put that there. Hi Petri, goedenavond. And I'll do another one here, second generation. Just want some here in the center. Like that. Love it. Okay. Clicked something. But we're still there. Good. Ha! Nearly lost you guys. So this, I think, is a gorgeous background, right? I love it. So now I've got a blue one and I've got a red one. Really cool. Now, this one should be fine now, so let me pull it up. There we go. That's gorgeous, right? And this is on design paper, so you see the texture of the design paper in the back. I love that. Really love that. Okay, this gel plate needs to be cleaned, so I'll show you how I clean it. But first, I will just trim this. So on here you can stamp with any background stamp, whether it's from Annette or from my collection or from Esther's collection, it doesn't matter. Any background stamp, you can make a collage here and you've got the perfect background. So let me get a baby wipe. As I said, my craft room is completely upside down. And I had baby wipes ready, but where did I put them? I don't know, but I've got spare ones. It's great, right, on design paper. I love that effect, especially the coffee dye paper pack, because it's so neutral in a way. So whatever you put over it. This is my brand new gel plate that I just received the other day. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly clean, but for the next thing that I want to show you. There we go. So you see, it's easy to clean. Normally I would not do this at this stage, but yeah, since I want to show you different techniques, this is what we do. Okay. By the way, let me show you how this is drying. The one we did together. But you see, it's still wet. So it's drying nicely. But it stays like that now. So yeah, that would be a gorgeous page later on. But that just needs to dry a bit. So what I did in preparation, I made a background, just a very plain background. This one, using some brown and orange paints. You can see hints of orange in there. You can see hints of brown. I need to get rid of that message, because otherwise I can't see any comments. There we go. And I'm going to do another layer there. So this is where I can't remember what I did exactly, but I will just try to replicate it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Beach Hut, which is a translucent blue. So I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to mix that with a bit of turquoise, which is an opaque. So that will make it more opaque. But I just want to soften that first color a bit. So that's what we're going to do. Exactly, things like packing tape are perfect to get these crunchy bits off. That's what I would normally do, but hey, when you're live you can't do all the things, right? So I'm just covering up my whole plate. And now it's not beating up on me because, well, I did not add the water. So what I'm doing now, I've got some die cuts right here. Let's see, one. These are from my laced die set, and I'm just going to place them on there. Just having some fun. Just altering them. I don't mind. I don't mind. Just placing them on there. Like that. Pressing them down. Then I've got some bubble wrap. Then I'm just going to place over the top and press on there. Like that. And that also presses down my flowers a bit. And I'm going to do the same here. Like that. Gives nice texture. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this paper and do a pull. Like that. And that gives me a very cool background, I think. This is already a very cool background. Nicely textured, etc. But it's going to get so much better. I'm going to take these off, and I'm definitely not going to throw these away, because these will go perfect on that background we just created. So I'm just carefully peeling these off. You see that? I think this is how I did it. And then I'm going to use that gold again. I've also got an iridescent one, which is sort of a silvery one, but I'm going to use the gold again because I love that gold with this blue. Got to make sure though this is dry. So I'm just helping it along. But again, paper artsy paint is dry quickly. So hi Cindy, good to see you here. So you see that lovely texture on there? I love that. So I'm going to take that same gold ink again. I'm fighting with my paper. spread out that medium. And where did that paper go? Here it is. Found the pack. The Tomo River paper. I'm going to put that on top of this and let that sit. So that's going to be fun. Leaves. You can do anything on a gel plate. This is just, I'm using bubble wrap now. And this has got paint on it now, which I don't care. I just put this in my drawer and use it the next time. Hey Annette, look what I made with your stamp. You see that? Do you recognize it? Do you see it? Do you see it, Annette? Here's another one. I just got your stamps in today, so I'm incorporating them last minute into my life. This is Tomo River. It's Japanese paper, I don't know. But it's really nice thin paper. And, oh yes, it worked. I can already see that. But it's very strong paper, so that's what I like about it. Look at that. How gorgeous is that for a background? How gorgeous is that? I love it. So we've got this one as well to play with, which was the first step, but this one is the end result, and I love it. So I've got that one, and we've got those two to play with. So that's a lot already, right? That's the thing with the gel plate. Once you get started, you're going down a rabbit hole. Let me see. I'm going to put this one away. I'm going to grab this one. It's still not dry. I'm going to do something that I tell, don't do as I say, not as I do. That's the saying, right? Do as I say, not as I do. Don't use a heat tool on your gel plate. Don't do it. But this one is an old one, so I'm not that bothered. But I need it to dry. I'm taking off some bits, I don't mind. Adds to the texture. Just keep your heat tool moving. A blow dryer will work as well, will work a lot better. I keep it up high and keep it moving. But yeah, as I said, I need this dry. Cool. Right. So next I'm gonna do the same gold again. I love this gold, I can't help it. Hi Joseph, that's a long time ago. Hi Marijke. Hi Karen. So, just some of that medium on there. Spread it out again. And I'm going to do this on the design paper again. So if you know how this looks like on paper, so I'm going to do that on the other side of my sheet here. I love the paper artsy paints, and I love Amsterdam acrylic paints. Yeah, that's just personal preference. Amsterdam acrylics I used when I was paint pouring. I use that a lot. Galleria is a good brand as well. But yeah, I love these paper artsy ones. I love the chalky finish, and that they are. There's some air underneath here. That's trapped. There we go. I love the chalky finish. I love the fact that they dry quick. Let me see how this is coming up. There we go. Look at that. You see the difference on design paper? But because these paints are translucent, you still see it. So, and now I've got double-sided, which is fun in my journal, because when I make a page, ta-da! What's also really cool is this. Is Els here? Els? Are you here? No? Annette, is Mom here? This is fun as well. To put that on here. This is translucent. This is, if you want to know how I made this, look on the 16th of April. Then I'm live and I'll show you how I did this. It's translucent. How can you make your paper translucent? And this is a little sneak of what's coming on Monday. Monday will be the release for my new release, and this was a little sneak. So it's gone. It's gone. Amsterdam acrylics are more shiny, as all acrylics are, not as matte. This is a chalk paint, so it is way more matte. So it does. It's gorgeous. I love it, and I love this one. Exactly, she's on the expo. I know. I got a picture as well. She's busy, busy, busy. So I need to be stamping on this one. I'm going to clean this one off later because, well, I can do this for hours and hours and hours, but I'm not gonna. So stamping. I'm going to stamp on this side and on that side. So am I going to use the same one? Yes, I'm going to use the same leaf one, but I'm going to use a different. I'm going to use a ground espresso. So it's going to be a lot more prominent than the coffee one I used. Yeah, it was sneaky. Sneaky sneak peek. But yeah, Monday, keep an eye out on your local store because this release is going to be fantastic. Yeah, you can't, Susan. She's our, from Annette and me, we always call her Mom. Well, not always, but yeah, she's our Elizabeth Craft Designs mom. So I'm just stamping on there. And I'm using a darker brown because the background already is tinted. Now, Els and Yupa are very busy with Brooklyn, I think, in Florida on the expo. Now, I'm using archival ink because this is completely covered in paint now. And paint is, in a way, plastic, right? So stamping on that, you need to do that with a waterproof ink. Versafine is definitely a waterproof ink, but it takes a long time to dry, especially on plastics. So that's why I'm using an archival. And since I figured out why I was always fighting with my archival ink, it was just because the ink pads were dry. They were delivered dry, and then I got the re-inkers and they work like a charm. So I'm getting more and more friendly with them. Just one here, and that one I will do there. So that's a cool one. Great background. So we are on at 38 minutes, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backgrounds. Did we do this one? No. 5 backgrounds already, which is pretty cool. I'm going to flip this over and I'm just going to change my stamp. Where did I put that? Because I want to do that other stamp from Annette. Just because I can. This one. Yeah, the 16th of April I'm going to be live and I'm going to show you some fun techniques. You're welcome, Karen. Now, this is a brand new stamp. I never have issues. People don't believe me because people say, oh, the stamps are so sticky. I never have issues. What I do, I put them on my block. I just put my hand over it like that. And I start stamping. And I never have an issue. So I'm going to use coffee again because, well, no, not coffee. This one. Potting soil. That's the one I'm going to use. So, again, I'm just going to do the complete background with this. It's there. You see that? Not perfect, but it's there, which is fine. Again, you're stamping over layers of paint. This one is from Stampin' Up. And I've got the big ones, the flexible ones from All in Create as well. But I prefer this one, just because you can, it's big and heavy. I like that. But again, that's personal. I better get a wiggle on if I want to finish something. Again, for me it's just about texture. I love the gold sheen on this one. She is from Mr. and Mrs. Deborah. Did you see the video on from Stacy? With Copic markers it's perfect to use a memento, but not for this. Look at that. I mean, how gorgeous is that as a background? And I've got it double-sided now, so I can use that in my journal. Cool, right? Okay. Better get moving. Move it, move it. I like to move it. Because I've got my stamps prepared. I'm going to stamp out these 3 bugs from Annette's set. Annette, help. What's it called? Beetles and Bugs. It's so fresh in, I didn't even have time to put it on the magnets. So, Annette, I'm going to use these. And I'm going to stamp them using my VersaFine. This is a piece of smooth card. Not necessary, but I had it on my desk, so. Now I'm looking for my clear embossing powder, which I had, but I hid it. There we go. Found it. Because I need that. So I'm going to stamp this. The 3 bugs. There we go. There we go. They stamp beautiful. So I'll put those there. Embossing powder. You don't have to. If you're good at coloring, you don't have to. But I'm not. So this just helps me to stay within the lines. So I'm just covering them with some embossing powder. This is just a wow clear embossing powder. You don't need a big tub like this, but I just love the Wow embossing powders. I think they're brilliant. So I'm gonna melt that. Then I'm going to show you how I color them. I'm going to be honest, I've got some prepared but I just wanted to show you one. Let me just put this away. That to the side, so I got some space to breathe. There we go. So I'm going to use twisted citron, spray some water, and pick up, oh, my brush wasn't clean, which is nothing new. They have a gold. I don't know if it's translucent. This is not a paint, it's an acrylic medium, so therefore it's really translucent. The gold from Paper Artsy definitely is more more opaque. So I'm just gonna color him, make him very bright green because he's poisonous. I think it's poisonous. I hate bugs. So then I'm gonna take some forest moss. That's what I just said, Patricia. I hate bugs, but hey. And I'm going to go around the edge here, sort of dabbing it. Making that a bit darker. Cool, right? I love that. Then I'm going back in with the twisted citron. And this is just a normal distress ink, so not the oxides. These colors are just a bit brighter. You see that dimension you get? These bugs are so cute. They won't bite me, right, Annette? This is a bit of brushed corduroy. I'm just going to use that to So what is your preferred medium for coloring? I've got them all, I would almost say. What is your preferred one? Do you like coloring with distress inks? Do you like coloring with Zig markers? Or Annette, are you still here? I heard you asking about Zig markers. To be honest, Annette, if you already have the Tombow markers, don't do it. For me, they're the same. I know Anita will disagree. If you're a colorist like Anita, then yes, maybe. But for me, they're the same. I've got them both. The only benefit for me is that the... Hey, what do you call it? Zig markers, I have a finer brush. Copics I like, or alcohol markers. I've got the Olo markers, but that's sort of the same. So I like that as well. That's my problem. I like too many different mediums. I like watercolors. I like yeah, I like watercolors. I like Olo markers. I like all these different markers. I love this, just coloring with distress paint or distress ink, I should say. So picking up some red to go around here. Isn't it cute? There we go. And then his, how do you call these? Grab thingies. Yeah, so everybody prefers something else, right? That's, for me, it's depending on the weather, I think. When I do demos, I usually color with distress inks because I can't bring everything. But I also really like to color with gel pens. Els taught me that. So you can watercolor with gel pens, which is also really fun. Look, that's how I color my bugs. Pretty cool, right? These are easy to color in as well. So that's... Let me clean up. There we go. That's that. Right, so now I need to make something. I want to make something. So I've got, let me see. A box with pre-cut ADC cards. So let me quickly make 3 ADC cards. Using just craft as a base. Because look, I've got 3 of them already done. Prepared that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, I think, or the red one. Red one, definitely. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue those on here, on the back. Like that. I'm using a glue stick, but you can use anything, of course. Exactly. It makes coloring so much easier. I don't like bugs in real life. I do like them when crafting. There we go. Give that a good press down with my bone folder. Nice. Okay, scissors. Just gonna cut this off so that I can save this for another project. And I've got this block, which is a sanding block by Sizzix, which you can use any sander, but there are 2 in this. Just bought it. Really, this package doesn't want to be opened. Why? Why? There we go. Got it. Then I'm just gonna sand around. And that will give it a nice rough edge. So that way, there we go. Hi Sharon. So this works best if you let it dry a bit longer. Of course, I'm impatient, don't have time for that. Like that. Yeah, this one is going better. So my backs are still clean this way. I do have a nice sort of textured there we go. Quickly do this one. Just throw your glue on the floor, David, while it's open. So, there we go. So I've got my 3 base cards ready to go. So I'm going to put these on there. I might as well use these. Oh yeah, I like that. Why not, right? I love the blue against the red, so let's do that. I like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place my block on there. Got another one, might as well use that. that one on. So I'm going to use archival ink to ink the edges for the same reason I stamped with archival. So and then I've got 3 more ADCs ready to trade at the retreat in Canada. Yes, you can, but they will beat up a bit. But you definitely can. Oxides work slightly better for some reason, but normal inks, yes. And I always say, give it a go, see if you like it or not. In the end of the day, it's just paper, right? Loving this, by the way. For someone who's lost its mojo, it's not that bad, right? So that one's going to go here, I think. Why not put it here? I'll put him here. Yes. So this is my Sweet Petunia's glue press for the people that want to know, because every live I do I get asked. So the big one's on there. Yeah, I've lost some, Hans. You've got some. And the poisonous ladybug, they bite. Did you know that? So, and then I just need a sentiment. And I've got a big box full of them using my it's a bit big. Sorry, journal phrases. Oh, I've lost track of which one it is. Stay curious. That one would work. I do love that saying, but you are a work of art. I like that. Don't grow up, it's a trap, because that's the baby one. Okay, and these go back into my little tub. Don't forget the fly is falling out. I'll stick to those colors because I like it. So make sure to tune in on Monday, because the fabulous, fantastic, lovely Liz is going to be here making flowers. Pretty sure of that. And then keep an eye out on your Monday at your local store for a fun video about my new release. It's coming out and it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to share everything with you. And the 16th of April, I'm going to be here. And I'm going to be teaching you how to make your stamps on white paper translucent. Cool, right? Little sneak for Monday. So these are my 3 A to C cards done. Simple and quick. Well, it's a lot of work in it, but I love these. So thank you for joining me today. Let me switch the cameras around. As we said in the beginning, don't forget to like, share, and comment, and I'd love to see you for the next one. I'll be there the 16th of April. Monday is Liz. I'd love to see you then. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Now let me find out how I turn off everything. Ah, la 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 la. Bye, everybody.